All right, assignment 3, where we're going to take assignment 2 layout B, which is this right here. So after this was your finished layout from assignment 2B, and we're going to change this and add images and text, and we're going to add colors and change the layout. And there are some examples. So if you go up here, so if you go into our classroom and then assignment 3, this is where you'll turn it in. Here are the examples, and here are some of the examples you can look at. And you can actually go in and look at the code on the examples and kind of see how they are doing things. Like the HTML and the CSS. And we're going to be looking at changing the headers, adding text, and this one changes the text. I can change the borders, add colored borders, interesting borders, change headlines, change the fonts, the sizes, the look, and then adding images. Background images like this, background images like this. This would be a foreground image. We'll have some foreground and background images. Background image. Let's go back and look at the instructions. So assignment 3, adding content and using padding and margins. And experimentation is the key. So yes, if you look, these look very experimental. There's no layout, or you don't have to worry about a color like a plan or make it look like it's anything. It's just experimentation, changing things, trying to get things to fit, trying to work with these images. And I'll cover more of this stuff in the next videos. So as it says, do not change the layout. May add content. Oh, it says you don't have to change. So yes, so we're not changing the layout anymore. We're keeping this layout. So don't change the layout. Just add images and text and colors. Change internal divs to be H1, H2s, and Ps as well as images. Use the color schemes that you choose. Be sure to add background and foreground images. And here's the code foreground for the HTML. That'll be your foreground, and here's a background that you can use in your CSS. And once again, we'll cover this in the next videos. Utilize text CSS to change the look of the default copy. So we're changing the fonts. No specific theme. May use lorem ipsum and generic headers. So it doesn't have to be any, like I said, no specific theme. Everything can be generic. Lorem ipsum and header 1, header 2, header 3, just like this, header 1, header 2, lorem ipsum. Use no less than 4 images. Create various sizes and cutouts of images. No content on the edge of div, give space. So try not to have your text butting up against your walls. Utilize both borders, margins, and padding to create white space. And you can call where that is. Alright, so that's it. So on the next videos, I'll be kind of going into and kind of going over how you can adding images and changing the fonts.